Maybe James Gunn's Superman will win me over. But I feel that what this man has described here sounds way more interesting than what James Gunn is set to release in July 2025.
Shut the fuck up!
What's going on, my beautiful DCU brothers and sisters? And today is going to be a fun one. I break down one of the most imbecilic, idiotic DC I hate James Gunn grifter channels because I have nothing else to offer. 4K slow, 4K stroke, This man has so many monikers, but I affectionately call him 4K.
Who? Now wait one goddamn minute. You're telling me that a Man of Steel 2 was pitched to Warner Brothers, starring Henry Cavill, from director Christopher McQuarrie, and Warner Brothers turned it down? Huh? What kind of sense does that make? This studio will forever make the wrong choices.
First of all, it's Warner Brothers, not Wada Brothers. I would put money on right now on Sony making a successful cinematic villain universe on Spider-Man than this guy speaking properly. Number two, what's with the fake outrage? This story of Christopher McQuarrie being turned down by Warner Brothers on directing Man of Steel 2 is old news. I would say this was covered 2 years ago. This is nothing new. So him trying to, again, speak properly or try to fake outrage over this news like it's breaking is hilarious to me. And number two, people were done with Henry Cavill. Let's be honest. After the mixed reception of Man of Steel, after the disastrous Batman v Superman, after the abysmal Joss Whedon's Justice League, and the poor attempt for poor The Rock to save Black Adam with the last minute cameo, which I liked very much, it did not help at all. Audiences were done. People did not care about Henry Cavill's journey as Superman anymore. People did not want to see a 5-story arc if your movies were not good in the first place for us, the audience, to invest in. Unlike James Gunn's Superman, where we don't need 5 movies for David Cornswell to become Superman. He's Superman, and this film is going to be joyous, fun, and actually inherit the characteristics of what makes Superman such an iconic character. We don't need to tear him down to build him back up. If you're going to do that, then your movie better be God tier. And unfortunately for a lot of people, it was not. Let's carry on.
Been very interesting, and he was going to use Superman in a way to lead Green Lantern into the light, which is what the character is all about. You want to see Superman inspire people. And a lot of people feel like they wasn't getting that with Man of Steel. But in reality, all he did was inspire.
Number one, it's inspire, not aspire. Number two, we saw none of that in Man of Steel or BVS. We saw none of Henry Cavill's interactions with people, with humanity, with civilians, helping them, aspiring them, wanting them to be better. For a lot of people, Henry Cavill's Superman was just Homelander. For a lot of people, Henry Cavill's Superman was just a lost puppy who did not want to be on planet Earth and kind of had a disdain or mistrust for people, which doesn't make any sense because that's completely not the essence of who Superman is. In James Gunn's trailer alone, already we saw a civilian helping up Superman. Not because he was told to, because he wanted to. That's what Superman represents. He brings out the good in people. Where in Man of Steel, BVS, Zack Snyder's Justice League, in which he's in it for 10 minutes tops in a 4-hour movie, which is egregious all on its own, where did we see any of that with Henry Cavill's Superman? And as a defender of Man of Steel and as a defender of Henry Cavill, I did not see any of that. And a lot of people did not either. So that's why Henry Cavill's Superman and those movies are very, very divisive. It's clear as crystal. But again, as a grifter and as someone who has low IQ, he has to say this because what else can he say? Because he cannot defend or argue any of his points. I wish he would. Debate me, bro. Don't be scared, homie. But yeah, he goes on to say other nonsense like with the whole Green Lantern and Henry Cavill in Henry Cavill's Superman film, where Green Lantern turns to the light, which I don't know where he gets that from because we don't know what the story would have been with Superman and Green Lantern, so he's just making shit up on the fly. But we see Green Lantern and Superman and James Gunn's Superman, and maybe or maybe not we will see Guy Gardner change his views based on Superman's actions. That remains to be seen. But the fact that he's complaining about seeing Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, in James Gunn's Superman, but doesn't have the same problem with seeing Green Lantern in Henry Cavill's Superman. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about, my guy? So you don't like it when James Gunn does it, but you like it when Zack Snyder does it. Or excuse me, it wasn't even going to be Zack Snyder. It was going to be Christopher McQuarrie. So essentially, you just have a problem with James Gunn for whatever reason because, hey, grift, give me that money. Instead of using that money for toys, use that money to buy a fucking dictionary. Goodness gracious. That's going to be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. This is Dash Exclaim, no kinds of below. What do you think of all of 4K slow? And as always, truth out.
Within the universe. So I like what I heard here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shame that Warner Brothers did not like the sound of this and decided to go in a different route. All everyone was ever asking for was a Superman film starring Henry Cavill, and they decided to give you one starring David Cornsweet. Now, only time will pass until we see if it was the right choice or not. But as it stands right now, in my honest opinion, it wasn't. It wasn't. Maybe James Gunn's Superman will win me over, but I feel that what this man has described here sounds way more interesting than what James Gunn is set to release in July 2025.
Shut the fuck up!